Bill Clinton denies that he flew Jeffrey Epstein's plane multiple times. Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on Twitter.com. Here in a post by Yashar Ali News, President Clinton has issued a statement on Jeffrey Epstein. So as you well know, Jeffrey Epstein is someone who's currently being pursued at the federal level for sex and human trafficking. Now, he was charged for similar stuff before, and his guilty plea included some immunity to state prosecution. So it's actually not a case of double jeopardy, because he's not being charged at the state level this time. He's being charged at a federal level. Needless to say, he's in deep crap. Now, according to Bill Clinton, he knew nothing about Jeffrey Epstein or the crimes he committed. Bill Clinton, as we well know, has a very checkered past, and I, for one, do not believe him. But let's read this statement and break this down. President Clinton knows nothing about the terrible crimes Jeffrey Epstein pleaded guilty to in Florida some years ago, or those with which he has recently been charged in New York. In 2002 and 2003, President Clinton took a total of 4 trips on Jeffrey Epstein's airplane, 1 to Europe, 1 to Asia, and 2 to Africa, which included stops in connection with the work of the Clinton Foundation. Staff supporters of the foundation and his Secret Service detailed traveled every leg of the trip. Bull. I'm calling lies. As far as I know, that is the case. We will look further into it as we go along. He had 1 meeting with Epstein in his Harlem office in 2002, and around the same time made 1 brief visit to Epstein's New York apartment with a staff member and a security detail. He's not spoken to Epstein in well over a decade, and has never been to Little St. James Island, Epstein's ranch in New Mexico, or his residence in Florida. I really wonder if that's true. And does it matter? Even if it is true, does it really matter? Epstein was found to have the younger and underage girls on his airplanes. And Bill Clinton, the one who railed the, a secretary or some office worker or something when he was in the White House? He's well known to be a womanizer. Why in the world are we supposed to believe that he knew nothing about Epstein and did nothing on those planes with underage women? Really makes you think. So here's something someone posted with the thinking face. Flight logs show that Bill Clinton flew on sex offender's jet much more than previously known. And this is from 2016. Oh, wow. Okay. So, we're going to take a look at this. Former President Bill Clinton was a much more frequent flyer of a registered sex offender's infamous jet than previously reported, with flight logs showing the former president taking at least 26 trips aboard the Lolita Express, even apparently ditching his Secret Service detail for at least 5 flights, according to records obtained by FoxNews.com. So he was lying. His statement says he only took 4 flights. The logs show he took 26, and for at least 5 of those flights, he had no Secret Service. Flights with underage girls. Wow. So it says Clinton's presence aboard Jeffrey Epstein's Boeing 727 on 11 occasions has been reported, but flight logs show the number is more than double that. And trips between 2001 and 2003 included extended junkets around the world with Epstein and fellow passengers, identified on manifests by their initials or first names, including Titania. The tricked-out jet earned its Nabokov-inspired nickname because it was reportedly outfitted with a bed where passengers had group sex with very young girls. It was called the Lolita Express. It even had a bed. It had young girls, and it had Bill Clinton for 26 flights. You really expect me to believe that he's innocent? First of all, he's lying in a statement. Oh, I only went on 4 flights. So, maybe he never went to the island. I mean, it's possible, but there's no evidence, so I'm not going to make that claim. So maybe he never went to the island. But you know what? He did fly on that plane 26 times, and 5 of those times he had no Secret Service. So his statement is absolutely and categorically an absolute lie. Granite Countertop says, Bill and Hillary Clinton would like to express their condolences to Jeffrey Epstein in regards to his impending self-assassination. And then Nick says, I did not have sexual relations with that child. Severilon says, going to be a lot of people posting excuses today. We shall see. Ben Johansson says, the flight logs tell a different story. Yup, and we just read through those. Not Convinced says, which of those trips was this, Willie? Now, I cannot confirm the authenticity of this picture. I've seen it before, but I'm not actually sure if this is a real picture. Tina T says, I didn't realize butts could post photos, but... Oh, it must be Marussia. Jojo says, remember when he told the American people on national TV, I didn't have sex with that woman? Bah ha ha ha. We all know how that turned out. Lady Bird says, Bill Clinton is not credible. The American people have watched him lie to their faces. I voted for him and Hillary Clinton, justifying the evidence noted in the press to be too strong. Where there is smoke, we always see a fire. Well, your first mistake was voting for those criminals. But I will, to your credit, you do seem to have realized that the evidence against them is undeniable. Both of them are criminals. Carrie Moody says, both of the Clintons have been involved with child trafficking for decades. Now, I've looked into that issue myself, and while I cannot say with 100% certainty that these people are guilty of human trafficking, I've seen enough evidence, and I've seen enough of the shady dealings of the Clinton Foundation, especially in Haiti, to say that there's a really, really good chance that Bill and Hillary Clinton are in some nasty, nasty business, and I would not be surprised if this is just further evidence for that. It's the number 2 reason Trump became president. If any other Dem would have been viable candidate, we would still be an honorable country, but no. We have a self-appointed dictator at the helm thanks to the Clintons. Oh, get off it. Okay, so here's a cool post. Miss Oak says, Secret Service would never allow anything nefarious to happen. And this looks like a big one. U.S. Secret Service Cartagena scandal involved 20 women. And this is from 2012. The U.S. Secret Service prostitution scandal involves as many as 20 women, 11 American agents, and some military personnel, senior U.S. officials say. So the Secret Service itself has been found committing horrible acts, or just unethical acts at the very least, in other countries. You really think that the Secret Service isn't also corrupt? So there's no actual details on who the women were or that, but this was a scandal. This is definitely a scandal. So the last comment we're going to read on here is by Adam Klasfeld. He says, in listing the Epstein's properties that he denied having visited, Clinton's statement does not mention the one in Paris, France. I'm attaching no significance to that other than to observe that the statement does not deny visits to a complete list of Epstein's non-NYC properties. And that's definitely interesting. And this is pretty much the story. It's in development. We'll see what happens. I believe there's another story coming out about the FBI. Well, it's not really official, but it's thought by an ex-FBI official that there's going to be a lot more to come. At any rate, I do not believe President Clinton for a second. I think it's very possible he visited that island, and without a doubt, it is absolutely proven that his statement is false. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about Bill Clinton? What do you think about Jeffrey Epstein? Do you think Bill was guilty? Do you think he did a little bit more than he said on those flights? Be sure to let me know. Now, because users like me are constantly being demonetized, I'm talking every single video. You can show support to creators like me by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. There are different tiers, you can choose whatever you wish. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. There's also PayPal options, and you can also check out the affiliate links I have in the description. Currently, we are selling a MacBook Pro magnetic cover. It just snaps right onto your MacBook and can cover your camera for extra privacy and security. There's also a NyanCat version. It's pretty dank. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.